Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? Excuse me for a second. Setting my shop here for the next 20 minutes of talking nonsense. How is your Sunday going? Sunday, the fun day. I have all my schedule upside down. First of all right. I'm looking at the clock last night, right? On the wall above the TV. And then I'm looking at my phone, and there's a 1 hour fucking difference. All right. So they changed the time. It doesn't make any fucking sense. All right. There are many states that don't do that. Okay. Because it also screws up your schedule. 1 hour is significant amount of time in my life. All right. So 1 hour of my downtime, I was telling my ex-colleagues that's the first thing we should get rid of in states like New York, New Jersey. But then New York and New Jersey, corrupt states. Who's going to do that? All right. So, and then I had my lunch with my brunch, just to make it sound fancy, with my ex-colleagues. And, I've known them since the dawn of apes. All right. Dawn of my time in this country, right? My ex-boss who hired me and colleagues from 2002 onward. All right. So we're still talking, we're still seeing each other. All right. Anyways, everybody's getting old. I'm getting fucking old. I'm not getting young. It was good to see them. That's all. And the good thing is that, finally we had like 60 some degrees today, right? After probably 6 months, right? Last time it was 60, probably was in November. Am I exaggerating this? Is that 4 months? Maybe 4 months, whatever, right? So, it's time. Finally, it's time, man. We need some sunshine and some warmth of our parent. Is that the word they use? Parent, like star, guardian, the one that sustains us. Otherwise, we would have been a rock in the fucking universe. Nobody would have known us. I mean, you wouldn't be here if it was not for sun, right? Warmth and the light. Uh, so I think that's positive, right? I don't know, man. Me and my wife, we went to the park here, the party. And then after that, it just like, even in the fucking park, so many people. You just, my heart and soul says that I just don't belong here anymore, honestly. This place is not that peaceful, all right? It's not that, things are blowing up every other day. But I'm just saying, it's just too many people, too much traffic, and these are the states that people come to first. Because this is where New Jersey, New York, and especially New York, New Jersey, right? And then on the West Coast, it's like fucking California, right? And then down south, what is it? It's Texas. At least Texas and Florida, they have land, right? Wide open land, and people are not on top of each other, all right? At least that's a little better quality of life, right? And then the services, you go into a fucking grocery store or whatever, right? And then obviously everything expensive, and we are paying so much fucking money for this apartment. All right. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to discuss. All right. So I got to buy that you know, set of golf clubs. I'm gonna buy like a new bag, the whole nine. Okay. And hoping this would be a better year for us. I mean, I'm still adjusting. My wife here, both of us are adjusting, all right? And obviously for her, because this is a new world, you know, and takes time. You know, takes time. So if you ask me what I was like in the first year, after first year of my fucking life here, it was a tough time, man. No fucking jobs, following 9/11, it was a fucking shit show. And I was at a point where I didn't know what the fuck to do. No money, no job, living in friend's attic. You know, they gave me a space up there. All right, without going too much, I mean, too far back into the past. I mean, everybody starts somewhere in this fucking country. Okay. But then there were some people who helped me, like friends, that let me stay in their attic. And that was so fucking hard. This was like summer, although I was upstate New York. And there was no AC up there and, no computer, nothing. I didn't even have a computer at that time. I think I had a computer, but I had the screen was, something had happened, laptop, and I didn't have money to fix it. Didn't have a phone. Uh, why are you being so sentimental, man? I mean, you start your life in a new country like here, coming from like the mountains of northern Pakistan. I mean, I'm not comparing that life to this life, okay? This life is also like, for most part, I've been a fucking lunatic here, and that's what this life has given me, all right? Except we don't have any fucking bombs and all that shit right happening. But that's not also not the case in where I come from either, right? It's a peaceful area. Okay, what's the point I'm trying to make? I don't. People have to make that choice, all right? For economy, for better life, whatever it is, you know. I didn't get that lucky, or I didn't get that, enthusiasm. Sort of. I think there were so many fucking things. Yeah, I got a job, and then I was like, just like the loneliness had just fucking beaten me. It was like a fucking monster biting me all the fucking time. But then I had come to terms. Except when fucking COVID happened. Okay, I'm not trying to tell my fucking life story here, right? I guess the only thing I'm going to conclude this point with is that there are people who actually have gone through worse than I have. That's true. Or some even going through starting a new life here, no papers, nothing. And you struggle, working at gas stations. I mean, people. And I think every immigrant who has come to this country has that fucking story. Unless you're already rich and came here and just like, oh, you know, all right, I don't want to turn my podcast into like a message for people who come to countries like United States or from other less prosperous, is that less peaceful? Is that what it is? I don't know. But I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that with what the fuck's going on with the Middle East war and all that, but this also actually sets you back. I mean, for us who have experienced 9/11, you know, and then this fucking war happens in Middle East, and it's like, what the fuck, man? You know, it just sets us back in some fucking like, sort of like that mind, like that old, like that old fucking state of mind where just like, okay, so it's yes, this war is not directly affecting us. I mean, directly because I'm from Pakistan, and 9/11 has affected somehow psychologically. Right? We could, you could feel the tension, and especially right after. But then at the same time, there was, support and love, and and all that, right? We need more fucking peace in this world, you know. And remember always, the person, the little woman and the little guy who has nothing to do with anything about a war or another disaster, right? They are the ones who suffer at the bottom of the fucking ladder, you know. In any case, all right. So let's just talk about something else. What? Okay, we watched a fucking movie, amazing fucking movie. It's about It's called the war machine, all right? It's not about like the war in the Middle East, or it's not about the war in the fucking, I don't know, Venezuela or whatever the fuck. I mean, we don't have a war in Venezuela. I hope. There's no other fucking. I think we should not be involved. I think that's what it is. As an American, we should not get involved in fucking, changing regimes and all this shit in the whole fucking world, right? Unless it becomes a really direct threat. I don't know. All right, let's just talk about the War Machine. It's called the War Machine. Watch it. I'm not going to have any spoilers because that's a new movie on Netflix. And watch that and then just think about if something like that happens. All right. Um, and I think I said that last time, right? This is exactly why we have these distances between these fucking planets. So nobody else comes here and, uses their fucking machines to invade us or subdue whatever, all right? In the grand scheme of things, I fall into that abyss sometimes, right? What is that abyss, sir? Why is my fucking shirt like that? My wife buys me all these shirts, and some of them are like my sleeves are up to here. I mean, I love her, of course. She does that, but the abyss that I fall into, all right? You know what was before everything that fucking abyss? Or what is this whole thing, anyways? That actually opens your eyes to. It doesn't open your eyes. I mean, again, this is my own, you know, my own thought, my own experience is that. I mean, what is this whole thing, anyways? All right, right. So even if you say, "Oh, this is a simulation," or there's some entity right out there. So is that entity always there? It just always like never like is this always been like this? Uh, So I mean, I think this is for me. I think this is the most existential, black hole of a question. Okay, so for example, you ask me, "Hey man, you're gonna go through a fucking black hole when you die, right?" Or some shit like that. Okay, so then what? Oh, even if you don't die, if you go through a black hole with your ship, you're going to come to at the other end of the black hole, you're going to come to a different time, 1,000 years forward or backward, or a different part of the universe, right? Okay, so what? Where is all this from? What is all this? Mhm. So that's the whole fucking conundrum about the existence. Our existence obviously, is the reason why we are here. But then the whole fucking universe, what the fuck is this? Right? Just be kind. Don't be a fucking asshole. And You know, be good to your loved ones. Be whatever, be humble. Be fucking. I'm preaching back to myself. The universe or even this fucking planet doesn't care about us. All these fucking hippies, tree hugging hippies. They think that they're gonna save the fucking planet. Planet doesn't fucking care. Even if there's an alien invasion, right? The whole fucking planet is devastated. It's gonna recreate itself. All right. So that's how this. I think that's how it works in the grand scheme of things on this fucking planet. Beyond beautiful. All right. So a good friend of mine actually, he got injury. I haven't actually asked him. I hope he's okay. This is the other fucking part. Like, if you have, or if you go through like a physical something, right? Because I went through this with sciatica, and it just made me somehow a monster. It was making me a monster. My wife wasn't here, and I was just screaming into the phone with her. All right. I talk about all these things, universe and this and black hole and this and whatever, all this. If we don't have our fucking health, right? Like, yes, I'm not saying that the universe changes when we don't have our health or we're not healthy, but our own fucking universe changes. Our priorities change. All right. I think that's what it is. We are like this fucking finite, you know, not even like a drop in a fucking bucket kind of like species with the lifespan of nothing. You know, because the hot topic these days obviously are, we have progressed so much with these computers and these smartphones and technology, right? What's next? All right. All that just fucking breaks down. What's next part? Everything just breaks down. It's like, no, 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 no. When you realize that the biggest, rite of passage is like something like dying, and then it's like, okay, so then you realize, oh, you know what? I have a finite lifespan on this fucking planet. And my life actually doesn't even matter except to me and my loved ones and right? What's the point I'm trying to make? Okay, so the whole hype about technology and all this, I think it's just a hype. At this point in time, just a fucking hype. All right. I mean, the AI does not have an AI is just a fucking this mesh and combination of these fucking algorithms. I don't think this is anything else. All right. It's like a random process where basically it goes in different directions and then it just like fucking gathers information into learns. That's what it is. It's not some fucking, machine is gonna rise. I don't believe that. All right. Nor does it have any fucking antenna that it uses to talk to some fucking other like alien machines out there. All right. So that's all. You know, our finite, you know, finite individual lives. All right. And then we are also now connected, right, to internet and whatever apps we use, right, social fucking media, to 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 the rest of the world. I mean, but these are just fucking tools. These are not something that we were born with. Well, the new generation, yes, they were born with these, but these are just something that's not like a chip in our fucking brains. Right? So we don't. I mean, yes, we are so much dependent on fucking, especially these fucking phones. I get it. Again, we use them as more than tool now. That's the fucking grip. Yeah, I agree with that notion that okay, so nobody, and I can guarantee, I can fucking guarantee that you cannot live without your phone for 2 days. How about a day? It's like it has become this part of our fucking lives. You know, it's even so powerful. And I think this is the scary part. All right. The scary part is that if we are so much dependent on these things, all right, if we are so much dependent on these fucking things, whatever we do, right, how are we going to live without these? Or is that even a question now that, oh, you have to live with them? I mean, there's no way you can detach yourself from them, right? So what's the scenario? Is that I mean, is that the AI? Is that the dependency that the technology has actually gripped us with? But is that the same thing as like a withdrawal from fucking alcohol or fucking what do you call it? Heroin? Or it's even worse. Like 3 days you don't have a phone. What are you gonna do? Communication, I get it. But it has just become this fucking thing that we put next to our fucking bed or whatever, right? You sleep with it. Uh, Is the next level some sort of telepathy, that we're gonna start talking without talking to each other? Uh, I'm just babbling. It's half an hour already, so that's it. All right, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind talking about these things. And tomorrow is a work day. All right, so I'm not against phones or technology, but somehow, it's just taking, I think, our human essence away. Or am I resisting the fact that I'm part of this? But the new generation, it's even worse for them. You know, you give me food and you give me some sort of a fucking, I don't know, way to survive. I could probably, because I didn't have this shit up until I was 30. But again, is that my fucking problem? It's not my problem. All right. You guys deal with it. New generation, however you do it. All right. Try not to use it every fucking minute. That's what it is. All right, everyone. So that's it. That's my podcast. And I don't know. We're running out of fucking shows and movies. And it just like makes me depressed. You see that? That's also another fucking thing. Now, back in the days, oh, there was, one show you could watch or whatever the fuck up was on TV, you had to watch it. Or if you didn't like it, you just don't watch it, man. Just go to fucking sleep or whatever. Now it's like, oh yeah, we have this show. I want to watch a new fucking movie. I want to watch a new. This is also another fucking dependence, right? That's why we have to detox ourselves from all these fucking things in technology. I don't know. All right, I'm not an expert. So let's leave it at that, and I'll see you all next